Hi there. I just wanted to do a little talk about my experience with a property manager. It's called Summit Property Management, and so they took over the building I lived in last year, and there had been a cigarette smoker that I had been talking to the previous property manager about. And when somebody's smoking cigarettes in their home, in their space, they don't do it like once a month at your convenience. A smoker, when does a smoker smoke? They smoke when they smoke. And it was my understanding that I had to inform the property manager so they could do something about it, because in the lease, indoor smoking wasn't allowed. So I was told that the smoke was coming from outside this other end of the room. They kept on trying to tell me that. They were trying to tell me somehow it was coming some mysterious other way. And I had my next door neighbor had complained as well, and the previous property manager had found the person below my neighbor had been smoking. So I had it on good authority that other people had complained. Smokers were found and caught smoking by the previous property manager. But Summit kept on delaying and denying, and I was persistent about it, and then they made an appointment to seal up these gaps in the bathroom where drafts from below could be coming. There was 4 or 5 pipes. The first handyman just sealed half of one pipe, and he said he was done. When I took a look, because the smoke started up again, I noticed the other pipes were undone, and only half of one had been completed. And so then there was a second handyman, and he didn't even do anything, left the gaps, and said he had done the job. And so I was like, are you kidding me? And they told me that they had spent hundreds of dollars sealing up other people's apartments. Now, why they would seal other people's apartments up and then leave mine for last, I don't know. But that's how things work here, I guess. And then they were blaming me for the cost that it took for them to seal up whoever's apartments they sealed up. So they were blaming me. And not only that, but they wasted hours of my time and not even doing their job, like not even sealing it up. So I asked them, hey, give me the sealing paste and I'll do it. So I had to do it myself. So they wasted all this time of mine, all this effort, kind of stress, and I think somebody trying to reach somebody else. Somebody's like throwing rocks on my door, on my window. Let's see. I'll see if I can pause this. Nobody named Becca. No, no. Some guy is throwing rocks at windows. Sorry about that. So, they said that my notifications about the cigarette smoking was bordering on abuse. So, you know, like, do smokers, again, do they smoke at convenience? Are they once a month people, like when somebody's smoking inside their house year round? No, of course not. You know, that's why it's called a lease violation. That's why it's written in a lease. And Summit just wasn't willing to take responsibility for it. And they were trying to put the blame on me because I was speaking up. And this is basically like there's like no affordable housing here. And what is, you know, kind of barely doable housing here, it's a horrible living situation. You're living with people who think that they're doing you some sort of favor. And so it's not your home, but you're spending, you know, $500 to like feel like a uninvited guest. You know, it's just such a humiliating, icky situation. And yet they want somebody to rent out that bedroom because they got to pay their mortgage, and you know they got to be doing their you know, travel and buying their expensive stuff and living their life that you don't do, you know, maybe once every 10 years or something like that. Um, so people here in this building there's no options. There's very little options. It's like hard to find affordable and like reasonably, like a place that's not going to drive you crazy. And even this guy's throwing rocks at people's windows. I mean, he had a big old rock. And I mean, there's like sketchy things that happen in this building, like bad things that happen in this building. And so there's just a lot of pressures. And so and I just feel like it's a fair situation, and it's like I'm being blamed for just being a healthy, responsible person. And I guess that's maybe the culture that we're in right now, is that it's kind of like criminal to be lucid, sober, honest, to hold people accountable, to, you know, just to expect others to uphold their end of the deal. So what I'm wondering is, so if you're not supposed to, you know, like if nobody's supposed to be honest, or if this one-way honesty is supposed to happen. So like if we look at my other videos about a bait and switch, like by big corporations. So I'm sure big corporations are doing this bait and switch and kind of shady practices to each other. And what I'm wondering is, like, if everybody is doing this, is lying and chiseling and dropping the ball and just kind of this passive aggressive behavior, like, how is anything running? Like, how are cars running? Like, how are businesses running if this is going on? You know, like, is it just that there's just a thread of good people, honest people within all of these toxic organizations that somehow are keeping things going? I mean, maybe that's how it is. So anyways, I just wanted to share about my experience. Very disappointing, and just, it's like bizarre, you know, like if somebody's smoking in the apartment, you do something about it, you know. And I mean, that these handymen time after time didn't even fill in the gaps. Like, why even show up? Why even ape doing some work? Like, they were just hanging out in my bathroom. Like, I don't get it. So anyways, it's just, we live in strange times. We live in strange times. So thank you for watching. And yeah, what is your experience with property management companies, and what have been your solutions? Thank you for watching. Bye.